I'm going to show you how I record guitar tracks with my Kemper profiler. Usually it's a good idea to record both the main outputs as well as the raw DI signal of the guitar. This way, if I'm happy with the takes but still feel like experimenting on the amp settings or the sounds, I don't have to play it all over again, but instead I can reamp using the DI signal. Alright, so next up we'll have a look at the physical connections on the Kemper. Alright, so looking the back of the Kemper, we can see that I'm using two XLR cables to get the stereo main output. You can see the cables here. Then I have a third cable for the DI signal of the guitar, and that's hooked up here on the direct output. Finally, I adjust the direct output settings. So first go to output, then you can see on the first page direct output. So DI analog would be like the completely raw guitar signal. But for studio work I'm using DI high, which acts almost like a DI box. And if I'm using this setting, I don't have to use DI boxes in between the audio interface and the Kemper. I can go straight to the audio interface and the DAW. Alright, so here in the DAW, I'll first create a stereo track for the main out. I'll say Kemper main out. And select the inputs. Okay, we're getting signal. Then I'll create mono track for the DI signal. Kemper DI. Alright, and then I have a output for that as well. Nope. All right, there we go. Now we have the tracks. Both are getting signal. So this one is the important part. I will create a group for these tracks so that it is easy to edit and operate on them. Alright, so now that the tracks are grouped, I'm gonna go and mute the DI track, because I won't be using that until maybe I decide to go and reamp the guitars. And now I can only focus on the track with the main output. So once I record enable it, you can see that the DI track also gets enabled. Now I can do some tracking. And you can see that it also records on the DI track. Then I can listen to the reference sound here on the main output. And then I can do some editing, maybe like that. Moving them around, doing whatever I want to. And you can see that all the editings I do are also done here on the DI track, which means that if I decide to go ahead and reamp this, I have already done the same editing to the DI track. Alright, I hope you learned something. If you have any comments on the way I did things, or if you have a better way or whatever, let me know in the comments, and let's get back to it.